Hello, I'm Dr. Craig Rose, founder and managing director of Seaweed & Co. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this introductory presentation about my company Seaweed & Co. and our PureSea range of naturally innovative seaweed ingredients in partnership with Lehvoss Nutrition. As a brief overview of this presentation, I will discuss market trends for seaweed and its benefits. I will then introduce specific benefits of the PureSea range, application concepts, the range available for nutrition products, and then explain the incredible and unique provenance of our seaweed. To highlight the market demand, we can see that there is extensive seaweed-based product launches across countries all around Europe, with the top 10 listed here from 2015 to 2019. And the rate of increase of launches is dramatic, from low levels in 2015 and 16 to really big growth in 2018 and 19. And this reflects consumer demands and wider trends around nutrition, health and wellness, which are met using seaweed in products. And one of the key uses of seaweed in nutrition products is the natural iodine source, something we will go on to discuss shortly, and that has also seen quite dramatic increase in product launches, again reflecting trends and the rise of iodine deficiency. And overall, we are seeing, in the UK context certainly, that consumers are increasingly aware that seaweed is good and a healthy food. However, uptake by consumers of seaweed products is relatively low, which is cited by consumers to be due to a lack of products in retailers and in formats that consumers know how to engage with. The take-home message, therefore, is that consumers are looking for familiar and convenient ways in which to consume and benefit from seaweed. To introduce our PureSea range in more detail, it's important to understand the diversity of seaweeds there are and what led us to develop the PureSea ingredients. Globally, there are around 10,000 different species of seaweeds called marine macroalgae. These are importantly distinct and nutritionally very different from well-known microalgae such as spirulina and chlorella. Each has its benefits and differences. Of these 10,000 different types, we focus on one core species, Ascophyllum nodosum, which is due to its nutritional and health benefits, the distinctive flavor profiles that can enhance flavor in certain products, the sustainability and ability to scale into the thousands of tons per year, and from an incredible and unique provenance in the pristine Scottish Outer Hebrides. So on to the specifics of how PureSea delivers. PureSea is a nutrient-dense, natural whole food, and specifically providing a natural and vegan source of essential iodine. Iodine has to be consumed in the diet, and with the only main source being fish, whitefish particularly, and dairy, seaweed is the only vegan and good natural source of this essential nutrient. With the growth in plant-based diets and over 50% of Europe being mildly deficient, with greater extent in the UK for example, iodine deficiency disorder is a huge global public health issue that is getting increasing attention. Vegans are particularly at high risk if they are not consuming seaweed or an artificial supplement. And these deficiencies are further supported through various research findings in the UK showing women and girls from teenagers through to pregnancy and into older ages are not meeting their daily reference nutrient intakes in very significant numbers, between 60 and 70%. And as a natural whole food source of iodine, PureSea is shown to give a more sustained release as compared to artificial or extracted sources of iodine. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition and focusing on the PureSea seaweed species highlights how an artificial iodine source, as potassium iodide, is more quickly absorbed and excreted when compared to the whole food seaweed form, which has a more sustained release as the iodine is bound within the food matrix. The research also concludes that when replete in iodine from this seaweed source, you will excrete what is not needed. And in terms of how much is needed to have an impact, with just a small inclusion of PureSea, as little as 100 milligrams per serving, you can claim your product is a good, natural source of iodine that supports normal thyroid function, growth in children, energy-yielding metabolism, functioning of the nervous system, cognitive function, and skin maintenance. In terms of ensuring good release, we do advise providing 100% RNI as a minimum for just around 300 milligrams of PureSea per serving. And in addition to the natural iodine, PureSea is incredibly nutrient dense, even when comparing to other known superfoods and sources of key minerals. Whilst at the levels of likely inclusion, iodine is going to be the key nutrient for health claims, the messaging around natural plant-based nutrition is very powerful, and a small inclusion of PureSea into a wider nutrition product could boost nutrients to health claim levels. And further health messaging can be found in research undertaken on PureSea around weight management and blood sugar management, addressing key aspects of both obesity and diabetes. Seaweed has a long traditional use for weight and blood sugar management, and research on PureSea's specific polyphenols demonstrates they naturally inhibit key enzymes that are responsible for the breakdown of carbohydrates, and thus slow the rate of release of sugars to the blood. This may mean a lower glycemic response and result in better management of blood sugar and increased satiety. This research is undertaken independently by the Medical School at Newcastle University in the UK. The species of seaweed used for PureSea also has a pending EFSA health claim of decreasing fat absorption. The results from one of the studies here shows how when comparing glucose release from a control bread as a carbohydrate source to bread plus PureSea natural, the rate of release of the bread plus PureSea is far lower. This is due to the specific polyphenols that inhibit alpha amylase, which is an enzyme responsible for breaking down carbohydrates. The inhibition therefore slows the breakdown of carbohydrates and thus slows the release of sugars to the blood. And when looking at the PureSea range, which we will introduce shortly, the PureSea natural ingredient, which had the effect on glucose release shown in the last slide, actually has a higher release of polyphenols during the gastric phase of digestion, where they won't have this impact on blood glucose management, as compared to the PureSea Protect microencapsulated seaweed, which has greater release of the polyphenols during the small intestine phase, where they are most needed. And so with the market need and trends clearly presented, here we highlight some of the benefits and application concepts for the PureSea ingredients centered around the natural and well-researched iodine levels as well as other research areas. Each of these are supported with detailed scientific review papers available on request, so please get in touch. Starting with cognitive function, PureSea's natural iodine source supports normal cognitive function. This begins with iodine's essential requirement for fetal brain development and onto normal development in children and throughout life for normal cognitive health. Various research projects demonstrate that a lack of iodine in the diet can stunt intelligence, have a detrimental effect on learning ability and memory. Moving on to the thyroid, iodine is essential for normal thyroid function and release of thyroid hormones, which have numerous health impacts such as on metabolism. A diet deficient in iodine can result in an underactive thyroid with symptoms such as weight gain. With such extensive iodine deficiency across parts of Europe, thyroid issues are possibly becoming more prevalent, and a natural approach to prevention is highly appealing. In terms of blood sugar, specific polyphenols within the PureSea range have been demonstrated in independent research to naturally inhibit the enzymes responsible for the breakdown of carbohydrates to sugars, and so can help to manage blood sugar release. This can have benefits for weight management, feelings of satiety, and the potential to address aspects of type 2 diabetes. Women's health is a broad topic, and women are at highest risk of iodine deficiency, especially if on a reduced fish or dairy intake, and particularly if on a plant-based or vegan diet, as seaweed is the only good natural vegan source of iodine. As highlighted, a lack of iodine can result in thyroid health issues and associated risks, impacts on metabolism, and it is advised at higher levels during pregnancy. This leads on to the essential need for iodine as a nutrient during pregnancy and whilst lactating. It is advised at higher levels during these times. It's needed for a healthy mother and for fetal brain development. Research also highlights that whole food sources are advised over artificial supplementation to ensure safer levels and more sustained release in the body. Going on to energy and endurance, another health claim linked to PureSea's levels of iodine is supporting normal energy-yielding metabolism, which is a key for energy and sports performance. Research also demonstrates that sports people can be more prone to iodine deficiency due to losses in sweat and urine as compared to sedentary people. There is a strong case, therefore, for sports nutrition products to have a natural iodine source to ensure normal functioning metabolism. Furthermore, research on PureSea also offers blood sugar management benefits for sustained energy release. In terms of beauty and skin, it can be stated that iodine supports normal skin health, which can make PureSea an ideal for beauty from within ingredients. Also, as a deficiency in iodine can result in an underactive thyroid, with symptoms including brittle hair and nails, there are wider benefits of PureSea for beauty and skin health from a natural and vegan source. And finally, children's health. As discussed, iodine is an essential nutrient that supports the normal development of children. Importantly, PureSea is delivered in ingredient formats that offer easy inclusion in any products, even with sweet flavors that may appeal to children, making it an ideal, natural and plant-based means of delivering nutrition with a health claim focused at children. So on to the specifics of the PureSea range of benefit to nutrition and nutraceutical applications. PureSea Natural is our organic Hebridean ascophyllum seaweed, available as a powder, referred to as fine granules, and also medium granules. This ingredient is used for all aspects of health and nutrition benefits, as well as flavour enhancement. The PureSea Protect, which is based on the core PureSea Natural, coated in a thin layer of plant protein and fibres, is a microencapsulated fine powder where all the benefits of seaweed are required, but with no flavour impact at all. This therefore protects your finished product from the more savoury flavours of seaweed and also protects key nutrients better during digestion. Applications may be with sweeter flavours such as beverage and sports nutrition, or anything where no flavour impact is required. So in addition to the benefits highlighted around a natural iodine source, broad nutrition and weight and blood sugar management, the provenance of PureSea is unique and outstanding. PureSea is sustainably wild harvested from the pristine waters around the Scottish Outer Hebrides, a group of islands in the very northwest of Scotland, where our unique supply has the exclusive licence from the Crown Estate that owns the seabed. PureSea is uniquely produced using international patent-pending technologies, and each batch is DNA authenticated to ensure full and transparent traceability. The format of PureSea is such that it is easy to use, an application in a wide range of categories without impact of production or processing. And in terms of other sources of seaweed, independent analysis shows that PureSea scores higher on key measures of quality. We are also SALSA Food Safety accredited, and a key message is that the core PureSea product is a natural whole food ingredient. Nothing is added and nothing is taken away except the water during careful drying. PureSea products can be kosher and organic certified and are all vegan. And to highlight the provenance and uniqueness of the harvesting, here is a brief video showing how these fairly strange looking vessels sustainably harvest from the wild. A key message here is that the PureSea offers the strong story around wild sustainable harvesting, as well as offering a commercial scale and quality assurance needed by brands and manufacturers. The overarching sustainability message is that seaweed doesn't require fresh water, land or fertilizer to grow, unlike land plants and agriculture. And our online transparent traceability system offers customers the chance to log in and search by batch for harvest location and dates, maps of the harvesting site in Google Maps showing the exact location, photographs, technical documents, and even down to the names of the harvesters. This provides confidence in the ingredients we are supplying. And just to finish with a recap of the diversity of health claims and other health benefits and application areas PureSea can provide, and to be used in capsules, blends, beverages and functional foods. Thank you for listening, and please note there is a frequently asked questions document that can be sent to you should it be helpful, and other technical documentation. Please do contact us and your Lehvoss representative with any further questions you may have.